What it do, Aries? Welcome to Tarot by Vision. Happy New Year, my dears. This is where we come together to tarot and hear the messages of spirit so that we can actively co-create with the universe so that we can manifest the things in our lives that we want and deserve. Okay, so this is advice, insight, clarification into 2021 and resolving any past issues from 2020. Thank you for being here, Aries. Let's see what your fiery energy is up to in 2021. Also, all the information on my channel, how to reach me for a personal reading, the decks that I'm using, the artist information for our lovely Simone. Everything that you need is there in the description below. Okay, so thank you all for being here and welcome to Tarot by Vision. Okay, Aries 2021. Let's see what it do for you. Thank you, Spirit. Come through for Aries. Our first card is this. Hermit. Okay. 2021. Next card is this. Page of Wands. Okay, so already what we're seeing coming through for you, Aries, is that the universe is giving you an invitation to go within during 2021 so that you can emerge on the start of a new journey. That might be a little difficult for you sometimes, Aries, because you are a very fiery energy, but I think that what's coming about is that in order to emerge the way that you really want to, it's time to go within so that you can come out in a new journey. So like some reflection, some processes, some healing as we go into 2021, because you're about to enter into a new way of being, a new journey here with this Page of Wands here. Our next card is this. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So it's already showing here that don't resist whatever it's going to take to move you on this new journey, Aries. So a lot of times it's necessary to go within in hermit mode, which means that I'm not going to be on Front Street, so to speak, for a while, right? Like I'm going to really take some time to really come to myself and ask myself some questions around what are the things that need to be healed, what are the goals that I have. And it's perfect for this new year, right? Because it's the perfect time to really kind of go within. You all have a lot of fiery energy, so you're out there and doing things. And so I know that this 2020 has been difficult for you because you haven't been able to do as much of that. And what the universe is asking you to do is to go in and kind of heal from that and really spend some time in reflection, because you're going to come out of it starting this new journey in 2021. So don't resist the work that's necessary to really kickstart the new that's going to be showing up for you, Aries, in 2021. And this is a collective reading, so it's going to be different things for different people, but you'll know what it is in your own life. But it's an invitation to go within if you have not already been doing that, or for a lot of you, you're already in this reflective mode as we enter into 2021. Our next card is this. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, right? So the universe is really asking you to be willing, Aries, in 2021. It's not always going to be your way, boo. I think as 2020 has showed us, right? Like nobody wanted this, right? But it has purpose. All the things that have happened this year has purpose as we move. So it's like 2020 is the year of vision, right? We were able to see things for what they are as things completely shut down. And for a lot of us, it's been really difficult and really painful, especially as we have not been able. You all are a very festive, fiery sign, right? So it's like, I know it's been especially difficult for you this year. So do the reflection, the healing that's necessary from this past year so that you can move on in 2021. But don't resist the things that are necessary in order for you to start this journey. So remember, Aries, it's all new now, my dear. Okay, so it's all going to be new moving forward. So the reflection is necessary, so because the universe is asking us to create a new thing, go a new way, do a new vision. So for some of you, this is going to be career. For some of this is going to be doing the reflection to move out of a relationship onto a new version of yourself, or a new job, or those sort of things. But the reflection is going to be required in order to start this new journey. But don't resist it, because you don't want to block your coins and your growth and all these things by being stubborn, Aries. So kind of similar to like what happened in Pisces reading. It's like sometimes the universe asks us to lay down, right? It's like back when we were kids and our parents made us take a nap even though we didn't want to, right? It's like, but they knew best for us, like we needed that time of rest, or reflection, or whatever you like to call it. So same here. It's like the universe is offering that to you and saying that's what's going to be necessary so that you can flip these cards right side up and start that journey. And a lot of it, I think, for a lot of you is career. So it might be about reflecting on things in your career before that didn't necessarily work out in the way that you wanted them to, or relationships that didn't work out in the way that you wanted them to. But to be able to really be open to a new journey. But the door to that journey is going to be pulling back some, being in a reflective mode before you kind of just wildly move forward. So be mindful in the new year that it's going to be, what opens that key to the new journey is to reflect and heal what has happened that has gotten you here. Okay? All right, Aries. So let's clarify the Hermit. It may be a little bit difficult for you to go within sometimes, Aries. And that's where you'll hear me say this all the time. Hopefully you should continue to roll with me. On my channel, is that daily spiritual practice is what's so helpful in order to help us to develop and go places that maybe scare us, right? So the tarot is mine, but whatever it is for you. Sometimes a lot of us never go within because we're afraid of what's in there, right? But this is a message for you that once you go through that, the new journey begins. So let's clarify this Hermit. Okay, yeah, the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is asking you again, like these other two cards appear, to not be resistant and stubborn, Aries. It's like the only way that you're going to get to the new is if you do a new thing, right? So like sometimes we have to stop and reflect on what we've been doing that isn't working so that we can move forward, right? So it's like you've got the Four of Wands in reverse. So it's like refusing. So don't refuse to do this self-reflection, because if you do, you're not going to be able to start the journey. So it's like, again, like we say in the beginning of the channel, it's co-creating with the universe, right? So it's like, let me be mindful of the things that are serving me and the things that aren't, so that I can walk through the door of new journeys, new possibilities, new careers, new love, right? Like, let me not be stubborn. Let me slow down a bit, do that reflection so that I can do what I need to do to actually walk through that door. Let's continue to clarify the Hermit, please. Okay. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, don't block the blessing, Aries. This is about learning how to be our own best friend. So you all have a lot of fiery energy, right? So it's almost like the universe is asking you to really think before you act. And even though some of that may be like, well, I don't want to do that. Like, I know what I want to do, right? It's like, but in being obedient to spirit is how you are able to have the spiritual support spiritual support is always here, right? But again, we have to open the door. So that's how we start the new journey, Aries. So don't be stubborn, because when you're stubborn with it, you're going to block the blessing, or at least prolong it. So you really want to do everything that you can to really, like, it's like you want to run. Once you can, you want to run and do the things that you want to do, right? It's like you will be able to once you rest first and once you reflect first. So that way you have direction when it's time to start this new journey. Okay. Final clarifier for the Hermit, please, for Aries. 2021. Oh, okay. I got it. So the moon. Okay, so the it seems like maybe the reason that there's been some hesitancy to go within, because you really are kind of afraid of what you may find, right? But it's really pertinent that we get in touch with our own selves, Aries, and who we really are, right? So it's like the light of the moon, it's still light, but it's not like it's day, right? It's like this is revealing the parts of ourselves, oftentimes to ourselves, that may be uncomfortable, but it's necessary so that we can stop some of the patterns that's preventing us from getting what we really want. So this is asking you to, like, whatever's going on or has gone on in your life, to not be afraid to really shine that flashlight and spend on what's really going on with you, and spend some time in reflection. Because we don't get to skip a grade when it comes to the spiritual development, right? It's like, but I don't want to heal, but I don't want to go through that stuff. I don't want to look at all that stuff. I just want to, start the new job or start the new relationship. But it's like, unless you've transmuted that energy and healed and accepted and consciously are moving forward, you can recreate patterns that haven't worked for you. So the universe is asking you to be mindful and purposeful, shining that flashlight on the parts of you that may still be hurt from a past trauma or a past relationship or a past job or those sorts of things. Heal it, baby, so that you can start anew purposefully. So this is about, like, not just doing autopilot all the time, Aries. Co-creation with the universe. So, like, let's not get in our own way when the universe wants to hand us this cup. So you have this cup in reverse. So it's like the universe is trying to hand it to you, but it's like, no, I don't want it, not in that form, not in that way, not with that person, right? Trying to control. Be able to really spend some time looking at that so you're not working against yourself. Boo-boo. Y'all got so much fiery energy, Aries. I feel like the universe is like, okay, we gonna get there, but we gotta do it differently. We gotta do it purposefully, right? It's called spiritual discipline. I think discipline in general is going to be helpful. And balance is going to be really helpful, Aries, because you do want to start new. You really do want to move on from what 2020 was, and a lot of it's going to be really up to you. Am I willing to do what's necessary to heal what has passed so that I can really step into the new thing? And y'all have all this fiery, wonderful, magnetic energy. So a healed Aries, and Aries has worked on their shit, is very attractive. So I really want to encourage you. Spirit is encouraging you to do the damn thing so that we can get it going, boo. It's like, the universe making us eat our vegetables, right? It's like, I don't want to do it, but it's like, but you can't just eat chocolate all the time, right? It's like, you've got to have balance, but like, God knows what God's doing in our individual lives, and to accept and to have balance and to develop and cultivate spiritually so that things aren't so hard, so that we actually can get where we're going, Aries. Let's clarify this page of wands. So exactly, the Empress, right? So that's by going through that process, you get to start the journey, and then the authentic you begins to come out. The Devil. Okay. So I think for a lot of us, this is about looking being able to be honest with yourself. I see it. Be able to be honest with yourself, Aries, about what are the things in your life that are not serving you. And it's going to be really, really important in 2021, right? So they say, like, insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results, right? So this is about, let me shine the light in my own life around what are the things in my life that are not working. Let me spend that time in reflection and shine that light on myself and identify what isn't working so that I can start this new journey. So there's no judgment in this, right? Because it's different things for different people, and we all have devils in our lives, right? Like, don't let this card throw you off. But like, I ain't got no devils X, Y, and Z, right? It's like we all have things that we can improve on. There are always habits, or this could be a relationship that's not working, or a job that isn't working. But it's showing up here to say that to deal with it, spend the time in reflection to look at what it is. And then you get to decide for yourself whether you want to do a new thing or not. But that reflection is going to be necessary for you to be able to start this new job. But keep this in mind, though. A lot of times when we go on this new journey, Aries, people, places, habits, things that we did before can't go with us. And there's a grieving process sometimes where, like, I can't hang out with the same people, or I can't do the same things, or I can't, whatever it is for you. That spiritual maturity and knowing that everything that maybe we've done before can't, or who we've done before, can't go with us all the time, right? And spend the time in reflection around what those things, who those people are for you that are the devil in your life, that need to be illuminated so that you can make the conscious decision that that's not going to work for me because I have a new journey that I'm going on. God, the universe up in here testifying with y'all, honey. Like, y'all, the universe of y'all is like, we gonna slow down and look at these things, boo, like it or not. Right? But it's like, the universe isn't gonna harm you, Aries. It's purposeful because it's like, we can't start a new journey with an old map. Right? The thing that we've been trying to get us there for sometimes 15, 20 years, it ain't got us there yet. So it's like, oh, maybe I need to do some reflection and do a new thing so I can start a new thing. Like, look the devil, look that motherfucker straight in the face, be like, you know what, I'm going to look at that, I'm going to deal with that so that I can move on this new journey. And I'm going to be willing to look at those parts of myself that maybe have not been the most comfortable, but in 2021, it's about loving oneself enough to do a new thing. Because the old's past, baby, this is all new, right? So like the old map ain't gonna get you where you need to go. All right. Come through for Aries, right? Wow, cards just popping all out. Yep, 5 of Pentacles. So this is, I see this more of as an invitation than anything else, Aries. This is the invitation to come out of the cold in your own life, right? So you see in this card, you know, it's snowing outside and there's this warm, beautiful place that's right there, but you have to open the door. It's like, let me look at those things that I need to work on so that I don't keep recreating things for myself that are not working. Okay, let's clarify this Page of Pentacles in reverse. So let's clarify this resistance to start the new journey. New journey, new way of being, evolution and spiritual consciousness. What's blocking Aries with this Page of Pentacles in reverse? Coming out the cold, boo. Okay. King of Cups. So, don't be afraid of spiritual maturity, Aries. So, don't be afraid to recreate yourself into something that is going to work better for you. So really like not being stubborn around, but that's who I am and that's how I do things and that's how I roll. You live with you. So if it's not working for you, if it's not getting you where you want to go, and if it's not working for you, who are you hurting? So it's like the resistance of spiritual maturity only hurts you. Because again, if the old thing was going to get you where you want to be, you would already be there, boo. You know, we all have to learn this, right? It's no attack. It's just spirits coming through and being like, boo, time to do a new thing. Go within, look at what's not working, and step on your king's shit, your queen's shit. The two of wands in reverse. Yeah. So it's like it's odd, right? But it's like actively go into hermit mode. And that may seem counterintuitive, right? Because like, well, if I'm supposed to be going into hermit mode, like why am I needing to act? This is like be purposeful around the fact that I need to go within and reflect, right? So it's like, spiritual maturity around I'm going to spend purposeful time working on myself, looking at this past year, looking at the years before, and really get into alignment with what I really want and what's preventing me from getting there, so that I can come out of the cold, right? So it's like I need to become more active in my spiritual development so that I can manifest this new journey. Because again, 2020 has been hard for a lot of you, and in order to move out of it, you got to go through it, if that makes sense, by going within. So being active around, I'm going to do the work that's necessary so that I can start this new journey that I really want for myself. So I'm not going, what do they say, cut off your nose to spite your face. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make the decision to come out of the cold and do a new thing in my life. All right. So to start the journey, go within, Aries. Get you some tarot cards. I mean, it's like the spiritual revelation is unprecedented, right? And you can do a tarot reading for yourself every day, right? Sure, I could do a reading for you, but also you want to be able to cultivate. You don't want to always depend on everyone else spiritually too, though, because every one of us has an opportunity to cultivate a spiritual practice that's going to be helpful in getting us where we want to get in our lives. All right? Page of Cups. Right. So again, an invitation to start the new journey. So see here, right? In this Page of Cups, this little fish here is like poking out of this cup, right? So it's like, be open to what the universe has for you on this new journey, because the new journey is coming up already, right? So it's like, oftentimes, I don't want to, go through the growing pains and this sort of thing, right? But once you go through all the things that we've just been talking about, Aries, and be willing to start this new journey by going within and doing spiritual reflection and growth and healing, this new journey that you're about to start on is going to give you so many delicious new things that you're going to be like, I wish I would have cleared all that old shit out a long time ago. We have to think of it like a trunk, right? Like if we were asking the universe to fill our trunk, how can we get it if the trunk is already full, right? So I have to empty some stuff out, clear some stuff out so that I have space for the universe to give me what's in this new cup. If this person already had this cup full, there would be no room for that fish. You feel me? So make room for the things that you want the universe to provide you for, and you actually demonstrate that you want to manifest those things by clearing out old emotional baggage and clearing out just things in your life that are no longer working to provide space for this cup that the universe is giving you, that's going to be much more delicious and just so more dope than anything that you could have ever already had in that trunk before anyway. So sometimes it's like, oh, I had these clothes all this time and I'm attached to it. It's like, yeah, boo, but there's all these new things, even doper than what you had before, that can come in if you make room. All right? All right. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Don't block the blessings, Aries. All right, let's clarify this, y'all. Right. Okay. So you got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, clarifying the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, right? So it's like, so then after that you have the 2 of Pentacles. So in order to stop blocking yourself, balance is necessary, Aries. What have we been talking about this whole time? So I see it. The universe is really slowing that ass down, boo. Don't resist it and don't fight it, thinking you grown and you gonna tell God X, Y, Z. You ain't gonna tell God accept it, baby. Accept it. That I'm going within. God, sit my ass down in reflection mode. Accept it. So that way you can really, again, shed that light on the things that are blocking good things from coming from you and get into balance so that you can do this new thing. For some of you, could be relationship, right? Getting in balance with either previous relationships, getting in balance with emotions behind previous relationships. Balance is key. Justice. Okay. So some of you may have felt in 2020 are really processing anger or hurt. And that makes sense why it's like I don't want to sometimes like put down a bad habit or really go within or go on a spiritual journey. It hasn't been fair and all these things. But what the universe is showing is like once you do that, the things are going to turn around for you. You are going to get the things that you deserve and the things that you work. You're going to get the things that you work for, Aries. So put the work in, all the things we've been talking about before, and the universe is saying right here that when that happens, it's not like I'm gonna do all that work and then I'm gonna end up still like in a fucked up place. It's like, no, boo, like you do that work and then you'll be able to receive the justice in your own life. God's not gonna let you down, so don't be afraid to do the work. Final card clarifying that. Oops. 3 of Swords. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. There's been a lot of heartbreak and hard times there. And it's like there's been a struggle and heartbreak for you, Aries. And sometimes it's difficult for us to admit that, like, you know, my shit's been fucked up. Like, I've been in a really, really bad way. Like, there's no harm. It's actually imperative that you admit that to yourself so that you can heal it. Sometimes the reason that we have devils in our lives is because we haven't even admitted the fact that our hearts have been broken and there have been disappointments and there have been things that have been going on. So we do things to cover up that heartbreak. But as we continue to do that, we end up staying in the cold in our own lives. So sometimes it's really important to just realize that those things have happened so that we can go within hermit mode, honey, and heal. Because in 2021, you don't want to be walking around with your heart like this, right? You want to heal whatever it is so that you can get purposeful on this new journey. So just because something didn't turn out the way that you wanted to, or there's been heartache in the past, you know, this is about cultivating trust within the universe that I'm going to heal from that. I'm going to do the work that's necessary to move to a place of acceptance so that I can start a new way of being. And I can tell you from personal experience, like when when you've done the work to move out of this Three of Swords energy. And I really wish for you that you love on yourself enough to slow down enough to heal so that you can move on from this. It's really showing that you've been through a lot, and that what's going to be necessary for you to move out of that into a new thing in 2021, Aries, is to, again, go within, shine that light on those devils, make the decision to move into out of the cold and move out of this heartbreak for you. And that you will get justice once you do that work. Balance is key. Okay, so let's do the past, present, and future here, Aries. All right. The universe is like really speaking with y'all in here. And I can see, Aries, it's been a really difficult year for all of us. You guys are a very dynamic sign, a very social sign. Just a lot of fire. And I can see that it's been difficult for you. But it's like, love yourself enough to pull back enough to do the work necessary to heal your heart so you can start anew again. Past card is this. Three of Wands. Yeah, so again, 2020, I think it's been a really difficult year. I think there's been a lot of reflection around the things that haven't worked. But just because it hasn't worked, it's been difficult for this year, Aries. So again, as we talked about before, there's a whole new invitation to start anew, right? King of Cups in reverse, right? So this is your present card. So it's going to be really up to you, each one individually, to make the decisions of whether or not to do this work so that you can have a different outcome. As we say back in the day, you grown, right? Nobody can crawl on your body and make you do a new thing. Do it for you. So you can step on that king shit in the future. Exactly what we've been saying. King of Cups. Right? The universe again is saying, do the work, baby, and in the end, at the outcome of it, you're gonna get on this throne. You're gonna be on your king, queen shit. Trust me. That's what the universe is saying. All right. Pick 2 oracles and a mini clarifier, and then we'll be out, Aries. Yeah, it's gonna be all right, babe. It's gonna be all right. Don't be afraid to go within. Angel of Soul Love in reverse. Take time to look at how you value yourself. Issues of self-love, and so you have it in reverse, right? So it's like, it's really important to do the work on oneself, that all the things we've been talking about this whole time, right? It's like sometimes we think, well, if I go into that, it's too emotional, it's too hard, it's X, Y, and Z. But what this is saying is that go within, right? Take the time to look at how you value yourself. Issues of self-love. So the fact that you have it in reverse means that it's been hesitancy doing that, which is what we've been talking about this whole time. Remember, your first card is the Hermit. Go within to look at how do you really, really value yourself. Not what you show for everybody else. How do you value yourself for real, for real, for real? Because again, you always hear me say this, as you continue to roll with me, you live with you, right? You're the one who lives with yourself, so do it for you. That's what self-love is. Issues of self-love. That's what that says in that card. Whoever has ears to hear, gotta love yourself, boo. Because Rue says, if you don't love yourself, how in the hell you're gonna love anybody else? You have gifts in reverse. So again, it's like, don't reject what the universe is giving you in your healing opportunity, because again, this is like this cup here, or actually more kind of like this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, right? You got these gifts in reverse. Do the work so that these can turn right side up, right? So that the Wheel of Fortune begins to turn in your favor, and so that you can begin to get these gifts. So right now you have them in reverse, which means working through whatever resistance and whatever barriers there are to get this. The same thing we've been talking about this whole time. This is about learning to be one's own best friend. All right, so let's do a mini clarifier, and then we'll do a recap, and we'll be out. Aries, good reading. I hope that this is helpful. Like Beyonce said, right? From now on, I'm going to be my own best friend. And that means being honest with your best friend. You. What's that? 8 of Pentacles. Do the work. God's like, you ain't running a damn thing. You're not going to be able to skip no grades. But again, it's like, this is me feeding you your vegetables. This is me getting you to take the nap like when we were kids, right? It's like, do the work, but it's not going to be for naught, right? Do the work. We're going to go back and recap, right? Do the work so that you can begin to accept the gifts of the universe. Do the work so that you can look at issues of self-love. It's one thing to be like, I love myself, right? But those people who love themselves have specific practices, right? So looking at, is that, kind of just talk, or is that really how you feel? And being able to do those, being purposeful about going on in those reflections, right? So that you can get on that king, queen shit. But the choice is going to be up to you whether or not to do the work to get on that throne. And the 2020 has been a lot, right? It's like, do the work so that I can move out of energy that no longer serves me, so that I can heal my heart. Heartbreak doesn't just heal because we don't deal with it, Aries. I don't mean to be preachy on you, but this is messages from the universe. It doesn't just heal, but this doesn't just go away, right? But you do the work, justice will eventually come in on the other side of it. Get into balance in your life so that you aren't blocking the things that the universe is giving you, so you can go into this new journey of all these really delicious things that the universe has to offer you. So the time has come to really get into action around your healing, to have the spiritual maturity to start that journey. Coming out of the code in your own life by being willing to look at the things, people, places, habits that aren't working for you, so that you can really be your highest self and in alignment to start this journey. Don't be afraid to shine the light on the corners, even if they in the corners, even if it makes you uncomfortable, because by not doing that, you can potentially block the things that the universe is giving you and not walk through that door. So we want to do the work necessary so that we can flip these right side up, right? So we can begin to receive what the universe is given to us and walk through that door of a new life. And we do that first by healing and being reflective on what has and hasn't worked before, so that we are able to start this new journey in a whole new wonderful place of really the universe saying, I'm going to go on this new journey with you. Heal with me so that we can start this whole new journey together. Okay? All right, Aries. Well, I wish you all the best, my dear. I know that's been difficult, but remember, trouble don't last always, boo. And that to go create a sense create situations where to go within is actually a safe place for you. The tarot is one way to really cultivate spirituality in that way, but whatever way that works for you. But I really do wish you all the best, Aries, and be kind to yourself. Don't be so stubborn, boo. You know, the universe is not going to guide you in a place that's dangerous, so just be open. All right, I wish you all the best on this new journey, Aries. I look forward to all the cool things that you're going to do in 2021. All right, my name is Vision, the Child of Reform. I wish you all the best. Much love. Take care.